This pioneer village was the most unlikely place to find a character who had spiritual beliefs that were a little out of the ordinary.
The occupiers of the land were in actuality their descendants of the Berber races. Not only that, they've been here for 100,000 years, and that's going to stuff up their history a bit, isn't it? Right? Keyed into the mountain on both sides, a cylinder of rock and a flat one that makes the mushroom. This pyramid structure hanging on to the free standing bit, and this moves backwards and forwards and changes the vibration of the rocks. So what actually happens, the sun sets, the shadow hits the rock and goes across to a north-south range, and then you've got three markers there that give the solstices.
Where is this?
Up on Mount Errigan, called the Mushroom Rocks. But it's all, they've built in the side now, so they've more or less hidden the thing. But nevertheless, that is there, right? Now, what you also find is over in, we went to a place called Ulawira over in South Australia.
Yeah.
And you get the same thing there, right? Cave at the top, back their bum into it, and then the sun sets below, and off goes the shadow over to a north-south range, right?
Yeah.
And again up comes the solstice.
How well known is this?
It's not.
It's unreal.
I know it's unreal. It's just the same as why all our capital cities so named and placed.
Yeah.
Right? Well, there's a big secret attached to that too. And where do you find the clue? In Psalm 42 of the Bible. James Version, that is.
Yeah.
Right. Now see this over here? The birds represent free spirits. The eagle is not, the serpent, that's not evil, that is power and wisdom. The old chap, the dreamer, he can go backwards and forwards in time, which is represented by the spiral. The Mani pole, the death pole, which is at the bottom where they plant the body or the bones in the top, that represents the God self, middle self and the low self. The ears represent male and female, female and male, so they're into the Genesis bit. The post going down to the centre, down to the Earth Mother, is called the Aca Cord. And there's the basis of every religion lives on this earth. Right? Now that's their interpretation of Anubis, the jackal-head, the god of death of the Egyptians. So when you start to gather up all these facts, all of a sudden you find, hey, what does that do to history? Right? Stuffs up the Captain Cook notion and also stuffs up the Aboriginals, because 30 million years ago there was another civilisation equal to our own. Right?
Now, where have you come to all these conclusions? I mean, it's obviously...
Well, we've done 40 years of research. Right?
Yeah.
But the difference is, you get to know, you've got to read a wide spectrum of books.
Yeah, yeah.
You've then got to go back the other way and put pieces together. Right? We know also that one there, at Ulawira, is just as important in the world scheme of things as what Ayers Rock is. And the next thing you also find is that gives you proof eventually that Cheops pyramid was built 78,000 BC. Now that stuffs up history again, doesn't it? Right? Yeah. When that was built, there was no Lower Egypt. So what does that do to the toys? Right? Yeah. Stuffs them up, doesn't it? And my favourite hobby, stuffing up historians. So that all our good friends like Dick Smith and what's the other fella? He always did his excavations at the Kew tip.
Oh, yeah.
You know the bloke?
Yeah.
And when you go into the thing and you find all this evidence around, where's the nearest pyramid to here?
Egypt.
No bloody fear, mate, you're standing in it. But I won't explain that one to you.
No, I got time.
No?
I got time.
You might have time, but I've got the knowledge.
Well,
and we're selling that. We've produced a book